controls used in entities. Now we're going to discuss computed field in this video, which is this particular icon here. Now this computed field icon basically allows users to combine the data in two different fields and show together. For example, if you want to show the first and the last name together in a grid, that is where this can be used. Right, so for that, first let's double click on this, or we can drag it down here. I'll double click on it. I already have one created right here, so I'm just going to get rid of this. Alright, and so this brings up the properties, and you enter the values in the properties, where in the name section you just enter the name to define the field. This is not what is displayed as the text box, but just defines the field. The text should be entered without any spaces, and if there are more than one word in the name, the starting letter of the second word should always be a capital letter. So say I would call this client CLI, claimant name, okay? And then this is what I would put in here. And then the caption section, the text entered in the section is displayed as the name of the field. If no text is entered in the section, it will show the text entered in the name section. So I'll just put it as name, I think, yeah. So this shows the name here. Default, now the values entered in the section will be displayed by default in the field, right? But there is another one right below default, this box. Now this section will need to be used to validate the data. So basically you need to use this section to validate the data. For example, if you want to show the first and the last name together, you need to validate the data here. So what you do is type the name in the format, say like we've got, okay, let me do this, type the name in the format like this. I'll show you right here, okay, there's no space yet. So the first name should be the actual name entered, right, followed by the plus sign and the last name, but in between that there has to be an apostrophe, right? So this first name is, the value of this first name will actually come from here. This is the first name we've entered here, and the last name, the value for the last name is going to come from this field here, right here, and it should always be in this format, and the section will show the first and last name together combined. Now there are different validation rules for this, which is validate required field. Like if it is a required field, then yes, you can check it as required field. Maximum length, like the maximum length you want to set for this particular field. Similarly, the minimum length you want to set for this particular field. And then the pattern, where this is to define what pattern the information in the box should be set as or shown as. And number only, this is defined if you can only enter numbers and no characters. But mostly this type of this particular entity, right? This particular control is used in like grids to show, like say, the full name or first and the last name together.